Hey, welcome to the Talking Fail podcast. I'm your host this week, Tyler. With me, I have my brother, Will.
Oh, what's up, guys? This is the Talk and Fail podcast.
Is this like a buffering joke?
Hey, yeah.
Okay,
You
cool.
want you want a buffer? Cause I barely even know her.
Okay.
Okay. That's gonna be hilarious for audio listeners, which continues our trend from last week.
Of just opening the show with a very visual based gag. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Mills did a visual based gag. Speaking of Mills, he's not here,
Yeah.
which is actually kind of funny story. Let me just crack this open in anticipation of the story. Mills I texted Mills and asked him, "Hey, would Tuesday or Thursday work for recording?"
Okay.
Today is Tuesday,
Yes.
and he says, and I'm gonna say this as best as I can because there's no punctuation.
Mills.
Says, "Today can't possibly Thursday," or it can be read as, "Today can't possibly Thursday."
Yeah, I mean, I would read that the way you read it, as today works.
So yeah, today can't possibly Thursday.
Okay, whatever.
So I think Mills is saying, yes, I can do today.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And that's why we're recording today.
Yes. Well, it'd be really hard for me to do Thursday. Not
Yeah.
impossible, but I just don't want to.
Yeah. But, if I had to affect your attendance record, I would totally go for it.
Right.
So yeah, no Mills, but
Yeah.
that's okay because
That's fine. We'll get by.
we can manage bro time pretty well.
Yeah. That's what we should just rename the show, Bro Time.
Yeah. Hey bro, I've been thinking about doing something new with hats.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to show off that I'm not bald. So, I think I'm going to just
You're gonna do okay. Now, when you say you're gonna do a new thing with hats, is this a new thing in all of life, or is this a new thing for just the podcast?
all of life.
Okay.
For audio listeners, I'm wearing my hat basically as straight upward as I possibly can to show off as much hair as possible.
Okay. So is this? Are you? I feel like I've got all these follow-up questions. Are you saying that is this only applies when you're going to wear a hat, you'll wear it in this fashion, or are you saying I'm just going to wear hats all the time, and it's going to be in this fashion?
Why can't it be both?
Okay. Well,
But the first one.
okay. So when hat, then tilt.
I think it's a good look. Makes me look like a child.
Yeah.
That's what little kids wear hats, I think. So, you can look forward to that from
Okay.
now on.
All right. Congratulations, audio listeners.
So Tyler, breaking news.
Yeah?
This is just in. Alex Jones has been arrested for DWI in Travis County.
I saw that.
No, it's breaking news. It just happened. Right, I've got the scoop, Tyler.
the
You
scoop.
did not see it earlier.
I saw it on Reddit, but okay. Yeah. Couldn't it happen to a nicer guy?
His bond was set at $3,000. That sounds like a conspiracy against Alex Jones.
Okay.
It's too expensive.
All right. Did you have anything else other than that?
Further details of Jones' arrest were not immediately available.
Okay. Yeah, same article that I read earlier on Reddit. Because you
No.
got out at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you got out at 4 a.m.
Yeah, see, I read the same article.
Well, I got it first on Reddit
Okay.
before it was public. I got it on Reddit
Okay. Cool.
first
All right.
before you were getting
So-
it.
So, Will, speaking of your phone and
Yes.
and phones in general, what do you think about the whole folding screen thing, that trend that's happening in high-end phones? Have you seen this?
Yes, I've seen it. It's good, but I want a rolling screen.
Okay.
I want to just roll it up like a
Which-
mat.
Which that was a concept a few years ago of when
Yeah.
when they first had the bending screens.
I want
So,
a pyramid phone.
a pyramid phone, like a triangle.
A pyramid, Tyler.
Listen to the words that I'm saying. Pyramid. Okay. Yeah. So one of the big ones is the Moto Razr, which I never had a Razr, but I kind of like this design. Like there's a lot of technical things of like getting the folding right and getting that whole thing worked
And
out.
the crease. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. So if they can figure out the technical side of this design, it's a really cool design where it's basically a full size. I already have a big phone, but basically I just take that big phone and fold it in half,
Mm-hmm.
and the outside has a screen. So I could read the notifications without having to open up the complete phone. But I think this is a really cool design. The Microsoft has their own version that they've announced that no actual, very little actual hardware exists, but they have a cool design of, it's like they've got some phones and tablets that would be this 2-screen design.
I hate the music that they're playing.
Well, I think it's supposed to be the ringtone of this lady. So she pulls out the thing, and it's like a normal size phone, but it's like two phones glued together, and you open it up, and it's one screen. So it's like a phone to tablet,
Mm-hmm.
and you can wrap it around. And
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but once again, I just genuinely dislike this song, so I'm out.
okay, so I mean, there I paused it. So I thought this was a really cool video, a really cool design.
I've already
It's-
seen better, like, I mean, that's just like a hinge, and the screens are
Yeah,
not
it
connected.
is two separate screens with a hinge in the middle.
Which
So it's,
means the screens will be higher quality.
yeah,
Because that center part is
is more rigid now, more structured,
yeah.
structurally sound.
But I've seen larger ones that are normal.
Sure, and they've got a Android phone, and then you can get a Windows tablet. So like bump up the size a bit. I'm trying to list here. Here's what that. So I'm trying to find a full screen. So I think this is supposed to be the tablet, but they've got like a keyboard for the big one for the laptop that actually it's a physical keyboard that sits on top of the laptop idea. So it's a different take on it.
Really, what it is the dual monitor PC setup for tablets.
Yeah,
or phones.
that's basically what it is on the
Yeah.
Windows side. Kind of back to phones. There's the Samsung. Is it this one? No, I'm sorry. There's a different one that I should have grabbed. But same idea as that Moto
Is
Razr.
that the Z Flip?
I believe. Yeah, Z Flip.
I've heard that the Z Flip is the best one from Marquez Brownlee, who knows nothing about phones,
Yeah.
but he says it's the best.
Where is the mouse?
I'm gonna send you a link to
How am I gonna read the link?
in Discord.
Okay, well I don't have Discord open.
Pop open a new tab.
Well, hang on. There was another phone that I wanted to get to, but I couldn't. I clicked on the wrong one.
So I think it would be folding phones will be good eventually.
Yeah.
And I may in the future buy one, but as of right now,
Yeah, right
from
now
what I've heard,
I want to wait a couple generations.
and that they wear out kind of quickly.
Yeah, the concern is that fold. Where is the? All right, I'll skip that portion of my joke. All right, so then the last thing I had in this little journey that I'm taking us on, if I can get the mouse. Thank you. Go away.
The technology has become too much, Tyler.
Yeah. Will, what is the URL that is that I've typed into the box up there? Can you read that?
ripsamsung.com.
Yes, ripsamsung.com.
Mm-hmm.
This is, after it loads it for 10 minutes,
Oh, yep, I've seen
the
this.
Escobar foldable smartphone. It's got gold on the outside. This is actually the second version.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is, the golden phone by the brother of Pablo Escobar.
They couldn't get Pablo himself.
No, well, he's dead. He's been dead for several years.
Yes, I actually just watched a video about this today.
Oh, okay.
You may have seen it. Was it Marquez
Yeah,
Brownlee
it's
talking?
Marquez Brownlee. Dang
Yeah, and that this is just a different phone.
They bought a Samsung folding phone that does the folding in the middle like a book
Mhm.
thing, and they put a gold sticker on it and then put it in a different box and loaded up some other apps.
Now, since this is Pablo Escobar's brother,
Yeah.
do you think he bought the phone?
I'm assuming they just bought a bunch of phones, like 10 phones, and then because the whole thing is there's people who have like pre-orders who have paid the money to get the phone, and then the phones have not been shipping, unless you're like a YouTube personality who can potentially give them a good review online.
That was the story for Marquez Brownlee, is that he bought two of them.
Yeah.
The first generation and now the second one that has come out. And he like made a fuss to them, and they must have figured out he was Marquez Brownlee.
Right.
And sent him the real one so he could talk about it on his YouTube and say, "Oh my God, it's so good!
So good, yeah, it's so great."
But if you're a normal
but then that
person,
totally backfired because the video is just like it's like it's $300 versus like $2,000 or whatever the price is. So for $300 you could maybe get a phone if you're a YouTube personality that has a gold sticker on it.
Yeah. But you won't if you're not Marquez Brownlee.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think he is like the biggest phone reviewer. But while we're looking at this website, there sure are some interesting looking videos.
Yeah, so here's... are we going to get demonetized
Maybe.
or something? I don't know.
Maybe turn down the music a little bit.
Just turn it off. So, yeah, they've got some cool videos.
Oh, it's $3.99 USD.
$3.99, right. Yeah.
I mean, they've slapped this sticker on, and it looks bad.
Yeah, the sticker, it's not even both sides. Like, if you're going to do this, the gold on the folding phone.
Oh, hey, there's Pablo.
Hey,
his brother.
One thing that I saw in that video that we both watched is that, he peeled off the sticker, and it still had the Samsung logo underneath it.
Yeah, if you peel off the crappy gold stick, I mean, just look, just fold 2 in just like a standard font like that. That looks awful. It's just straight up a different phone, and they slap a sticker on it.
Yeah. So, I guess we're getting there with folding phone technology.
Mm-hmm. So. But I sent you a link since we're talking about Marquez Brownlee.
Sorry, I have to. Okay. How do? This is great to do.
Just open up. I have a little tab for Discord, so just pop open a new tab, and then moderator chat is.
I can't read any of these things.
Up, left, other left, that one. And now you can read our personal information, our personal chat.
It's not live.
Okay, that video right there.
Okay.
There's another Marquez Brownlee.
Is it gonna? Okay. Should I turn that up?
Very lightly. Just like I wanted you to see you can skip forward to when he pulls out the phone.
I was all prepared.
Well, this was like riffing, Tyler, off of
fine.
your topic that you brought up.
All right, so we got a phone he's holding. It wraps all the way around on the back. The entire phone is a screen, front and back.
Yeah.
One continuous screen. What in the...
Now, it looks cool, but there is a camera stripe.
Yeah.
There's just like one dead stripe down the back.
Right.
I don't know why it has to be a continuous stripe, because there's the camera, which is like 2 dots.
Yeah.
But it's an entire stripe on the back. But other than that, it looks really cool.
Sorry, I'm mesmerized now by this thing. Opinion. Unboxing. I think is really dumb. I don't care about the unboxing experience. I'm sorry, Apple. The boxes were cool for the first few iPods, but I don't care that much. I throw away the whole box.
Oh yeah, you throw away the whole box, but it's got to be an experience, Tyler.
I don't care about the experience.
I
of
do.
opening a box.
So,
So
he talks about like the uses of
Yeah.
actually having a wraparound to the back screen, and there's not much other
Sure.
than like you know how at the top of every phone it has like you're connected to Wi-Fi, you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
this
yeah.
right on the side. It always has that stuff up.
Okay, which I guess gets it out of the way.
hmm
So
And on the back, I think it had something to do with the camera, to where like you can use the actual good camera for like
okay, because
selfies,
you have that screen, that makes
and
sense.
there's no selfie cam.
Which if you have a giant continuous screen
Mhm.
across the back of the phone, then that makes sense that you wouldn't need the front-facing camera.
Mhm.
Um,
He-
okay.
He also talks about
How are we? So the edge, the sides, the entire phone is a camera. Is a
as a
screen?
touch screen.
Is it a touch screen on the back and sides?
I believe it is a touch screen on the back and the sides.
So how is it not registering touches
It's
on the
got
surfaces?
some kind of technology that's supposed to detect when you're holding it as opposed to tapping it, which leads
Okay.
to some occasional accidental taps, is
Okay.
what he says. That sometimes it works perfectly and sometimes it does not.
Huh. Okay. Like fingerprint reader, is that stripe at all, or is it just
I don't remember what he says about that, but
okay?
it looks great. It looks really cool. That would be something I'd be interested in if they could get rid of the camera stripe down the back
Sure, but
and fix the tapping on the sides.
okay, but okay. So in sci-fi stuff, like especially The Expanse, where they have like the holographic phone screen or a gold, it's a piece like in The Expanse, it's a piece of glass,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the phone. And if you're looking at it from the back, you can see what's on the phone screen. This is basically that. Is there a way to like black out the back of the camera? Because
I don't think
I'm-
anything really comes up on the back. Like if you're watching YouTube, there's no way it's gonna come up on the back side with the video that
right.
you're
It's not going to
watching.
wrap around or something. But yeah, okay.
The battery meter is like really cool.
Oh, that's kinda
If you
cool.
if you flip it around, it shows the battery on the entire thing. So even if you have your phone down, you can still see.
That's okay. That's kind of a cool use of it. It's been thought through. Yeah, as long as I'm not like I'm in the break room at work browsing Reddit, and then
Is
all,
that
all the all the dank
Yeah.
memes show up or something
Yeah,
on the
that's
back
what
of
you're
the screen.
concerned about, Tyler. Oh, I don't want people to see me watching Reddit. We know you're afraid to let people know that you're a TikToker.
Okay.
Big time
I'm a
TikToker.
big talker.
You're doing that the cannibal dance by Kesha. Oh, that's really hot right now.
Okay. Um,
Oh, it's got
Okay.
like 3 cameras.
see, that's pretty cool. You can focus all on the back of the. Okay. I've got questions about it. Like I'd want to play with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd want to do more research on it before I bought one for myself. Does it?
That.
That's not cool.
Okay, so
That's
he's
my
laying
problem.
it flat down, and the camera stripe sticks out.
Yeah, that's that's I have a similar issue with the Pixel because the camera bump sticks out,
Yes.
and
Every phone does that
and it's
now.
the most sensitive part of the phone that I care about is this back lens,
I mean, even iPhones do that.
and then it sits there wobbly. So like if you have a Pixel of the last couple generations, you have to get a case. I mean, I always get a case, but there are people who love not having cases. They have naked phones, and you just can't do that with a Pixel, and not have it wobble on the table.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want to turn the video off?
yeah, I was getting there.
Okay.
It was still in the background. Oh, there's all the secrets.
Yeah, it'd be crazy to have wake up at 4 in the morning to record a podcast. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
You tried to get it off.
Yeah, we tried to get Arthur on, and
Yeah,
that didn't work.
and he said we can't. He can't because he's still on London time.
Right.
And then I reply with, "Yeah, you'd have to be crazy to get up at 4 in the morning." Which, in Arthur's defense, You would have to be.
Right. What do I do to go to your profile on Reddit?
Oh yeah, yeah. Reddit, and then it's like my profile, and then the top bar there's upvoted.
Gotcha. Hey, I finally did it on my own.
Any am I the asshole post that has been upvoted is good to go.
Oh man, I'm seeing some good ones here. Okay. All right. So,
Oh, I'm outed for how much karma I have. Oh no.
it wasn't live.
It'll still show. I mean, it always shows
Oh.
that I have 26.9 thousand karma.
Well, it's good that you kept it to yourself.
Well, I don't want the audio listeners to be left out, Tyler.
Okay. All right. So, am I the asshole for continuing to eat spicy food against my husband's wishes?
Such a petty thing. How bad do you have to be, like, wishing for your spouse to stop eating spicy food for this to become a serious thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be bad, right?
What? So there's like two reasonings why needs to stop eating spicy food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like bad breath
Sure.
and stinky farts and poops.
Right. I mean,
so which one do you think it is?
probably the fart part, farts and poops. All right. I can't really read it from here. But
Okay. So I come from a country where spicy food is available in almost every restaurant, even if it's just a jar of crushed red pepper to put on your pizza. A jar?
I mean, if you go to Round Table, they give you a little, or different pizza.
Let's say it's a jar. Like,
Well,
wow.
what would you describe the container as?
Something smaller than a jar, like a mini jar.
Whatever. It's a jar. Go on.
There's usually something. I'm living now in a country where spicy food is hard to find, and I'm married to a native.
Okay.
Ooh, sounds almost bigoted. I've been a fan of spicy food my whole life, but over the last 10 years, it's gotten so that I find non-spicy food bland, and it doesn't appetize me. You're always chasing that high.
I'd just like to say, so far, I don't need any of this backstory of this person's this person's story. You can just say, I really like spicy food, and I feel like that's reasoning enough.
No, but it's part of her culture, Tyler. It's really offensive to abandon her culture.
I wasn't okay. Fine.
You don't want no part of this spice. So yeah, she really likes hot sauce. She started carrying around a bottle of habanero sauce in her purse.
Okay.
So when I go to a Thai restaurant and ask for something really spicy and it comes out with almost no heat, I mean, it's like frozen. It came out of the freezer. That's how not hot. Because the whole country doesn't eat spicy food. Anyway, my husband asked me to stop adding hot sauce or pepper flakes to food that he's prepared. He says it's disrespectful of his cooking and that if a dish were meant to have heat, he would have added it. Okay.
So, Will, you're famous for going against the grain on these kind of posts. If I say it's very clearly that the poster is not the asshole because that's the way that she's raised and all that stuff, you typically take the opposite side of this. So, why is she the asshole in this situation, Will?
When I was raised as a kid, I was a very picky eater. I would always order, like if it was a hamburger, I would go bun, cheese, meat, bottom bun, and ketchup on the bottom bun.
On the bottom bun?
And
idiot.
If somebody was making me a meal nowadays, now that I'm an adult,
okay,
and there was something on it I didn't like,
mm-hmm.
and the chef was sitting right across from me, I would not be picking off things and adding things that I like. Oh,
I
you
think
made
adding. I
you made
think,
me salmon. Okay, well I'm gonna take off the little sauce dribble that you put on there. Maybe add my own you know Old Bay to it, and
I,
then throw it out and put a pizza on the plate.
I got some Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce
Yeah.
from 3-4 years ago.
I put some chicken nuggets on my plate. Get rid of the fish.
I feel like adding your own sauce, not your own sauce, but adding a sauce to a dish to your own taste, your own liking is normal and okay and
Okay.
shouldn't
What
be frowned
about
upon.
people make really nice fancy steaks,
Okay.
and then you pour A1 on it, and they act
Not
like you just spat on the steak.
not for me, but if that's what you want on your steak, I feel like you should be allowed to get what you want on your steak.
I think really this husband should just learn to put a little bit of hot stuff on her food before he brings it out.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't how offensive is it that she's adding a little bit of heat that because she's used to it?
It's pretty offensive if you ask me.
All right, fine.
Acting like a little child.
So I'm scrolling down. She cooks and she adds extra spice to her portion, so he doesn't have to eat it.
She should put the spice on his portion, and then when he picks it out, you'd be like, hey, can you stop picking out the spicy
Yeah.
from my food?
That's what-
Because if it was intended to not be spicy, it would not be spicy.
That's the argument that I probably would have made. But now he's asked her to stop eating spicy food every day, to take hot sauce out of her purse, and try harder to integrate.
Although it is a little embarrassing if you go out to dinner with somebody in like a group setting and she just takes a whole thing of hot sauce out of her purse and starts dumping it on her own food.
Okay, I don't think that's so bad.
You're at a restaurant, Tyler. They only sell Coke products and you bust a Mountain Dew out of your pocket.
Now I got Mountain Dew.
You don't think you'll get a couple glances?
No.
If it was meant to have Pepsi products.
See, that's different. No. That's a whole contract thing. All right, fine. Blah, 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 blah.
So, probably not the asshole. I mean,
No,
I
yeah.
tried.
Yeah, I tried. Is this the tab we're on?
That's the main, my likes.
All right. Then
That's the
the
one we're
tab we're
on,
on.
yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to change her phone home screen / wallpaper?
So it's probably like some other dude that is not him.
Okay.
So his girlfriend is 18 and he is 20.
Okay.
Ooh. Hopefully they haven't been together too long, more than a year.
A good relationship, haven't had any problems. Yesterday we're cuddling. She got a message. After she opened it, I saw her home.
That subtle brag. We were cuddling,
Mhm.
making out.
Yeah.
We really, she's really hot. You wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school.
Her home screen was a picture of her favorite rapper shirtless. Now I don't
I
have.
have not heard of this rapper named Shirtless, but I am intrigued.
So he doesn't have any interest in rap whatsoever, but she always tells me everything about this dude. He died like 3 years ago. Anyway, she loves him.
Is it XXX Tension XXX?
I don't listen to rap.
Was that 3 years ago?
Has
Because
it been that long? 'Cause I don't think it's been that long.
yeah, it probably wasn't.
He questioned her about the wallpaper and asked what's up with this having this dude, shirtless dude on her phone. Laughed in my face and said his favorite rapper died. This is all redundant information. Okay, I told her calmly to change it. He probably wasn't calm, and she refused and said that I was acting crazy.
What do you think, Tyler?
They just need to break up. This is obviously they're at the age where it's the petty things like this are too important to both of them. They just need to break up and move on.
Wow, this is like that was like too true, Tyler. That was like really serious and honest. And I don't know. I now feel uncomfortable just with the brutal honesty and how right you are. No, I don't think there's anything weird about having dead artists on your phone wallpaper. I mean, I've had shirtless Chester Bennington on my wallpaper for months now, years, decades, centuries even. And
I'm just glad that this picture isn't shirtless. That's on your wallpaper. That's me and Ethan from like 15 years ago.
well, who would be the shirtless one? It would
E-
be Ethan.
all right. Cool. Next one. One more, and then we'll be done.
Oh wait, who was the asshole?
Oh, both of them.
Both of them. Okay.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go to a Chinese restaurant?
Just the simplicity of it. It really catches the eye, right?
All right. I made plans with my friends to go out for dinner. We agreed to the date and the time, but not the place. Earlier in the day, they texted me saying they're going to a famous Chinese restaurant because it's offering a special. Because of all the
What? That is like it's offering a special.
but it seems like it's a fancy place, like it's a famous
Mhm.
Chinese restaurant. So it's not like it's dude, Domino's is getting, it's like you buy one pizza and they give you 4 more pizzas. We're gonna eat so much food for such little money. Like it's not like a deal. It's
Mhm.
like I don't know. It's like dude, we're gonna get super fancy wonton soup.
They got a really good deal about it. It's
It's
two
not
two
cat.
for 20.
It's not cat. But okay, so because of all the uncertainty around the coronavirus,
Oh my god. So
I would rather go to a different restaurant.
Chinese food restaurant.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and lock in the poster is the asshole and also a racist. I told my friends to wait, what is it?
Godo. I would rather go to a different restaurant.
Oh, I'd rather go to. I told my friends or find a different restaurant, or I would not join them if they. Oh, excuse me. If they went to a Chinese restaurant, my friends got mad and said I was being an asshole. I'd rather be safe than infected.
Okay, from the way he says it in that, it's just like, hey guys, do you want to go to a different restaurant? I don't really want to get Chinese food. But the way they react is like, oh, I don't want to go to a Chinese food restaurant and get coronavirus. All those Chinese. That's how they reacted. So I'm guessing he said something more like the latter. So yeah, I don't think just because it's a Chinese food restaurant
That's not
that
how it
you would
works.
have any better chance of contracting coronavirus. But every time I watch zombie apocalypse movie, I'm always like, why are you guys not being so safe about this and not taking this seriously? So I say you do you, man. When we're all dead from coronavirus and you're sitting there eating Indian food,
Or
American
pizza,
food, Tex-Mex, anything,
lasagna.
and we're all dead with our wonton soup getting cold, you'll be laughing. So, better safe than sorry, I always say.
Okay.
Better safe than Chinese.
Wow. And
Food.
that's what
Chinese
food. Make sure to quantify that. All right.
I mean, it's not like they're shipping the food directly from China.
yeah, the cats are all local. It's okay. Do you think you think we've ever eaten cat and not known it?
Mm. I hope so.
I'd-
I mean, I've eaten cat and known it. So, stands to reason that I would the other way too.
All right. Well, on that note, we should probably wrap up the show. I've been Tyler, and he's been Will.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Tyler, do you want to start my new Chinese food restaurant? It's
You have no food experience.
No, it's really authentic, Tyler. It'll be Will and Tyler's authentic Chinese Wuhan, China Chinese food experience.
I not only am I going to say no to this, I also want to express how deeply uncomfortable this whole idea makes me feel. See you all next week.
Makes you a little hot under the collar. Makes your
uh,
throat a little itchy.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Feeling a little warm, Tyler? You look a little sweaty, a little warm, if you ask me.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Remember, don't touch your face.
And while it's the view of the Talking Fail podcast to not touch your face, we do recommend that you touch other people's faces very frequently.